Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode of the Skylanders Giants Soul Seekers series here on the channel. Today we're continuing with mainline story as we head out for Chaos's Castle, where we will be seeking out the soul of our very second magic Skylander, that being the giant known as Ninjini, the only female giant of the entirety of the cast, mind you. So yes, clearly I don't have enough giants that I've seeked out the souls for already, given that they are already outnumbering for cores. We have 3 cores currently unlocked. We would have, well, yeah, we have 3 unlocked, but unfortunately Hot Dog has been defeated all the same, meaning that now we're currently down to 2, whereas giants, we sit at an incredinormous 5. 5 giants to 2 cores. Man, I feel sorry that these guys are being very much overshadowed right now, but, you know, can you really blame the developers? I mean, this game is called Skylanders Giants, for Pete's sake. They're going to want to really push the giants down your throat so they can earn extra money for how much giants cost. And, you know, that's going to happen by pushing their soul gems down your throat earlier into the game, mind you. I mean, back in Spyro's Adventure, before we beat the game, we were looking for Skylanders specifically that we had already collected soul gems for, which is why I wound up choosing Boomer over Voodoo in the store, because I hadn't yet got Voodoo's soul gem, but I knew if I bought Boomer, I would have this soul gem ability available to me right off the bat. So yeah, say sometimes, you know, it's easier marketing for when soul gems appear early in the game to truly motivate you to pick up those characters more than the others. And with that being said, let's destroy this guy right now and not feel any sympathy or sorrow for him in the slightest even, because he does not deserve it. Anyway, let's be grabbing that treasure, mostly because I feel like it, for lack of a better reason. Anyway, we're going to hit this here green switch, and for currently drained out pool, rather depressing. I'd rather there be water around here so I could go for a casual swim. Love me a nice swim, I do. Anyway, Shumba on the other hand, I'm not too sure about. I mean, he can't swim the pirate seas for obvious reasons, so naturally I can't imagine him enjoying a swimming pool either. But with that being said, let's take a jump all the way up here for a feat of strength. To which we're going to be taking advantage of Bouncer, as we have a Tech Elemental Gate popping up. So might as well get 2 birds with 1 stone here, pull in for massive island with Bouncer being a giant, and then use the giant of a tech element to open up the tech gate that's popping up, mind you. With that being said, it's time to mash some buttons. We love to see it, or more specifically, we love to hear it. You can't see my controller and button pushes right now, but you certainly, as you heard right now, can hear them all the same. So it's time for some more mashing. I do enjoy more even for stick jousting from side to side within the Wii version. However, not the Wii version. You shook the Wii remote. What I meant to say is from Spyro's Adventure, where of course in the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 versions, rather than motion controls, we got to joust the stick left and right, and that was a lot more fun than just mashing a button. It felt a lot more intuitive. Anyways, with that being said, we have a long way to push these blocks now, because we want to go all the way over to that other platform edge to destroy this guy at Skystones. He had it coming, he looked at me funny, and everyone knows that I love my revenge for looking at people funny. Anyway, hopefully this will do it. We're about to find that. Bounce and bounce and bounce some more. Yep, it worked out in the end alright. So, let's be destroying this guy at Skystones without further ado. One cool thing about Bouncer's soul gem, of course, first of all, is the fact that we seeked out his soul, which is why we're playing as him right now, for he has been unlocked. But secondly, when I first saw a soul gem ability, I thought it was a traditional punch, but instead they are fist projectiles. No, it's just a really cool shift between expectation and reality, a bit like when I thought Drill Sergeant transformed into a traditional looking steam train, when he doesn't, but when he charges he does at least have a little laser funnel on the front of him, which is really aesthetically pleasing. So he definitely has his inspirations behind old school steam trains, but it's not entirely what I expected getting into it, unfortunately. I've worked its place for D-Riv to there. That's going to give me some good defense, especially when all this guy has to throw out as nothing but lame old Frigid Chompies. So we're not going to have the best defense either way, so we're just going to place this here and hope that he doesn't have a 2-blader. But then again, even if he does, he's not going to be able to beat me. He would still only be down 4-5, mind you. So we have defeated Kensington 6-3, which is the equivalent of a 1-2 ratio, and we even got a Mohawk Cyclops. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm pretty sure if we play these guys multiple times, we get multiple Skystones. So we are going to get into this match right here, but we're just going to use our Skystones cheat to get it over with. And it seems as though we've received nothing but a Mace Manger, not worth the 500 gold I spent on the Skystones cheat, if I'm perfectly honest, it would seem. Anyway, let's push this into place. I think that's good enough of an angle to get to where we need to go. And boom, looks like I thought correctly. We love to see it. Anyway, there's a little Spyro float back here, so of course I want to pick it up. Not only is it a great sum of treasure, but it just looks cool. It's one of like the cooler looking treasure items to find in the world of Skylands. And with that being said, that tech elemental gate I was alluding to earlier, this here is what I meant. So let's watch out for the blades, and then grab this wing sapphire right here. Now, whilst the element of the area is undead, we're going to have to stick with Bouncer because we have no undead correspondence to swap out for. Fright Rider and Eyeball are still currently locked as I haven't seeked out their souls as of just yet. And thank you, armor. Because boy, those saw blades, they kinda hurt. Like a lot. I mean, what do you expect? They are moving saw blades, you know. The momentum and the sharpness of those things alone is enough to just hurt just about anything, in perfect honesty. Halfway, it looks like we've got some stuff to shoot in more undead areas where we remain as Bouncer, it seems. Halfway, let's be pushing all of these blocks into place. We love to see it. Boom, all this pushing. Oh man, I love all this pushing right now. There we go. Now let's push this funnel into place, and all I got to do this time around is be patient. I don't want to lose a Sky in the same tragic manner to which I did in the Ignite or So run, mind you. I don't want to have foreshadow into that because, you know, being hasty with this section and running into spikes was the beginning of the end for that initial run. So yeah, let's watch out for that. Patience is a virtue, and today, for once, it will be one of mine. I know, a big shock of that one. Anyway, watch out for the blades, doing exactly what it is I said I would do. Picture that. Anyway, let's be hitting the switch right there and heading on down. A boom, baby. Oh, there was no thud. That's just really disappointing. I'm beyond disappointed, and now my day is ruined. I could dare even go as far to say. But without further ado, we're going to juxtapose the negative emotions with something incredibly positive. That being a Geronimo! You can't go much wrong with that now, can yous? There's an impossibility to go much wrong with that, really, because it's a mother frickin' Geronimo. I can't even bring out the swears because Geronimo is too awesome to swear about. There is no sarcasm here. And the best thing about this here Geronimo is granting ourselves a princess hat to place upon the helm of Bouncer. How fitting! He looks so good as a princess. For Princess Bouncer right here. That's making me mad on this because now Bouncer is officially a robot princess. Like, just when you think you can get any better being a robot, you've then become a princess too. Like, seriously, this guy better not be asking for much from me because I have given him everything. I have given him a princess title, I have given him... Well, I didn't actually give him his roboticness, it was kind of like there when I bought him. Anyway, we're not going to bother switching out because a magic elemental gate is coming up shortly, so... If we're going to switch out for anyone, it would be a Pop Fizz. So let's place him onto a portal without further ado. Now, what was really annoying is that if we didn't have Pop Fizz as Soul Gem already, and we didn't have a magic Skylander who we seeked out the soul of until Ninjini in this level, because of the place where Ninjini's Soul Gem is found, we would be unable to backtrack again to this magic elemental area. So it basically would have meant that we'd have to go through this level multiple times to get the Soul Gem, backtrack to do for Magic Elemental area, and then do it again for the speedrun. In other words, it would get incredibly annoying, so yeah. Where is a block that we can push into this place? Here it is! Found it. Yeah, this is a very much puzzle-orientated elemental area, this one right here. But what's really cool about this one is that it truly feels magical, since whenever you push this here magical lever, what ends up happening is, boom, these guys are risen up, and we love to see it, baby! So here comes the first initial treasure chest that Pop Fizz isn't in dire need for, to be perfectly honest, given that his gold is currently maxed out and everything. So I'm just going to continue and push these blocks already. I like that plan. I like it a lot. So yeah, let's push that guy into place some more. Or have I accidentally off-posed it? No, I have not. Sweet. So then, boom, 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 and boom it all one last time. Okay, let's be jumping it up here then, and activating this right now. Sweet. Okay, cool. We used diagonals to our advantage right there, most certainly. But now those guys are dead. That bounce pad is going to be unlocked for us. So let's just quickly grab this gold down here. For once it's literally gold and not just literally insert any other piece of treasure here. But either way, now we can officially push these guys the final few times to unlock the final pathway to gain the hat at hand, mind you. So yes, there we are with all of that. Let's be yeeting these here stone blocks. And by yeeting them, I mean magically having them levitate, because this is truly a magic zone through and through. You truly get that feeling of awe and magic when you step foot in this magical place. And there's a graduation hat right here, which feels really fitting for Pop Fizz, given that he's a chemist. So no doubt he would have had to study at a college or a university, so naturally he's just graduated from said education establishment, because yes, universities and things are classed as education, but what they are not is a school, because you just have such a greater sense of responsibility and they treat you more adult and grown up, and so naturally your independence and well, there definitely isn't a lack of support. There is support at universities for people who's going to need it. But regardless, it's just being able to stand on your own 2 feet that makes university an entirely different experience when in comparison to school. Plus, university is not mandatory, which is why the respect levels are a lot more higher, because you are choosing and you're willing to go into a specific area. You know, university is not broad, it is incredibly specific with what you're taught, which is why you choose what you choose. Anyway, let's be taking out some chompies. Unfortunately, Shroom Boom is not the best for targeting and singling out enemies. But he's going to annihilate these guys all the same, because this is Shroom Boom we're talking about here. He's too good to die, I hope. Otherwise we're going to lose our only life starter until T-Rex's Soul Gem can be found, and I don't want to keep losing the cause. I lost one already, and the cause already, you know, for Underdog's team. You can go as far to say, so let's take down some more fools. We love to see it. Boom, baby! Ouch, I was going to have to hit to the face. Luckily, that's what we got that there pizza for. Oh, another hit to the face, but that's what we got that there armor for. Even though Shroom Boom seems the most soft and squidgy of all of the Stardust, let's be perfectly honest here. How dare you stop me? That's awfully rude, old chum. So this guy, in conclusion, has got to go. I could write an entire essay about it, I'm just not. So yeah, these guys, they are going down, I told you so, because they are all down, yeah. So let's be grabbing all of this treasure whilst we're at it. And heading down here for a story scroll that we're not even going to be bothering to listening to as per the norm in this here series, because that's how we roll. So Squirreling versus Hiding. Well, newsflash for you, Squirreling and Hiding are basically the same thing. So let's be grabbing all that treasure once more and heading in here to find Ninjini's Soul Gem. We have seeked out her soul, as I was alluding to earlier. So yes, there she is, Ninjini herself, with a dazzling enchantment and a preview that we shall absolutely be taking advantage of. In fact, we can even take advantage of the character herself later in the level when the magic element pops up, meaning that she has an entire arena battle to deal with, which means that I've got to cross my fingers and hope that I don't lose her in the very first opportune moment that I'm using her, that is. You know, don't want to lose her in the same episode she debuts in, all the same. So let's be bouncing up and finally opening the door. It's about damned time, if you were to ask me. So yeah, let's be popping inside where the tech element is going to pop up. So let's just hope that Bouncer can clutch us out despite the 6 million grenades tossed at us every frame. So let's place him onto portal without further ado and cross our fingers. I mean, Bouncer doesn't even have fingers, so that's not a good sign. Okay, here we go with all the pew-pews and the rockets and just everything to shoot people with. I love shooting people, it's very convenient being able to do that. And avoid the grenades too, that also is quite convenient. Okay, take down that fool with our button mashing skill. We took a hit, but you know, we're going to take it like a champ. Still got almost 1,000 health. Wait, no, I take it back. We do have 1,000 health. It's pretty sweet that way. Okay, here's the real one. The imposter among us. I couldn't want to say that reference, it was too perfect. And the opportunity to pass up, I dare go as far as saying. Oh, and here comes this fool. Boom, there goes the fist rockets that I was alluding to earlier. Boom, some more. Man, that's a lot of damage. And boom, baby. And boom. Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, I brought out the eye lasers. Not my intentions. Now my rockets seem to be very awful at aiming. Not as bad as that base mage's aim right there, apparently. Boom. Okay, here's some more fools who are ripe for taking down. Boom, like that. Simply put. You can hit me all you want, doesn't mean I'm not going to hit you back. In fact, you'd wish that when you got hit, I would challenge you and want to hit you back. You know, just hitting an enemy and them not punching you back is just boring. It's the equivalent of punching bricks, and nobody in their right mind wants to punch nothing but bricks. Boom! Take him out. Bouncer, such a beast. This is a little bit too easy, huh? I should probably shut up now before I wind up jinxing myself. Ouch. Yep, this is what jinxing myself looks like. Now all I gotta do is not run into too many buzzsaws and I shouldn't die, but that seems to be asking a lot. Or have I softlocked myself? No, it's just that I missed this grenade here. I thought I softlocked myself then, so I was about to engage panic mode. But fortunately there was nothing for me to panic over. So let's grab all this treasure, yeehaw. Don't know why I brought out that voice, I just did. So the words mighty tough work. Deal with it, all the same. As I sneeze. Sorry about that. Okay, here we are with the sewing room. Yeah, plenty more treasures to find, including that of the legendary variety. But first things first, I want to grab this watermelon! I would have known that a watermelon for a robot would have been so nutritious. I mean, I said this before, and I will say it again. I think it would have been really cool and really intricate in Skylanders if, for things like robots, rather than food, you could get, like, gears that healed up your health, you know, upgrades, stuff like that. Just would have been really cool to see that, you know, just areas where there's a food option or a gear option for gear heals, like for robotic characters, then the food heals, of course, or the organic Skylanders. You know, the things that, well, I don't want to say for robots aren't living, because that's not entirely true, but, you know, for living matter, the robots are coded, they're just very clever coding. Then again, I say that, you know, gears, upgrading Drobot, that could help out his health, but food could also work, given that Drobot is both a combination of a dragon and a robot, so the best of both worlds. He's basically this universe's Iron Man. Anyway, we're going to use another cheat in this guy. Or not, because apparently I'm all out of cheats, so let's just hope that I can do this the good old-fashioned way. We'll buy some more from Auric, later in the level. So here we go, taking our first stone. Boy, that's a big guy right there. I repeat, that is a big guy. So, do we want to do that, or do we want? Yeah, let's do that actually. And then again, he might have another Goliath Dro to take my stone again. But if he does, he'll just be leaving himself vulnerable for me to take him with. Oh, he didn't do that. Sweet. So let's instead do. Don't want to waste those 3 just yet, so we'll use for 1 instead. Actual strategy, what is this? Because this Skylanders match, I remember for the first time I ever ran into it, I struggled. And that, my friends, is why we left the 3 at the top open, so no matter what, we've basically already won. Especially when all he has is an inhuman shield, which is just going to break and form a block. Now, this is absolute humiliation right here. 7-1, no idea what I was worried about. And now we've earned ourselves a pretty awesome stone for Goliath Tro right there. Woo! Anyway, it's time for us to get out of here. All of the treasures at hand having been gathered. So yes, now we have flipped over where all of the blocks can be found, and there is no longer any block blocking our way, which is a pretty funny phrase now that I think about it. A block blocking our way is like blockception. If only there was a way to like block or censor for blocks, so then I blocked a block that was blocking my way. That's just so many blocks, man. Now my brain has turned to mesh, and I can't, you know, calculate anything right now. My robot's brain is destruction. Because, you know, bouncer, robot, haha funny. Now that I think about it, when I say haha funny, it does sound pretty robotic. Anyway, it's time to bring out Ninjini without further ado. Anyway, I switched out on top of the switch right now, so... Switchception! First we had blockception, and now we have switchception. Switching out a Skylander on top of a switch. That caused the switch to switch over the blocks that were blocking the way of the block that we needed to push to be unblocked. What is this? This is madness right now. Like I said, my brain, absolute mashed potatoes, without a hint of sarcasm nor shadow of doubt right now. So let's be striking all this stuff down. Haha, Wishblades for the win. And we'll be pushing these blocks into place also. Tech might be stronger here, but there ain't no combat, so it's not worth switching out as we enter the store. So let's see what we got here. First of all, Mushroom Grove, then for Dancer Hat, that looks awesome. Anyway, we also got ourselves a Shadow Duke and some Sky Stones cheats that I said I was going to buy earlier, and I'm going to stick to that word. Oop, I accidentally said no there when what I meant to press was yes. One more will do it though. There you go, plenty of Sky Stones cheats to boot. Now all we got to do is head down there. Not asking much. Here in the Great Hall. But yeah, we're remaining as an Ingenie because the magic element is about to pop up once more. Because the magic is at the very end of either path, or in this case the entirety of the path that will split, it's basically inevitable that you have to go through the arena with a magic Skylander regardless. Like, you'd think given that the other path is tech, you'd have a choice, but because they swap out the magic at the very end, that's why for the arena you have to go into it with a magic Skylander for the Chaos Castle. Then, of course, it's Undead for Rumbletown, and then in Molten Mountain, it's either Undead or Tech, I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But with that being said, let's push this with our Food of Strength. Oh yeah, baby. Now, once upon a time, I actually had a sticker collection of the Skylanders Giants. I can't remember the company that created the stickers, but it was an official partnership even with Activision. And so inside the sticker book, they had like Skylander statistics and all that. One of the stats was strength. Giants were known for being incredibly strong, but Ingenie's stats in it was 100 for strength. But Drill Sergeant and Stump Smash also had 100 strength, so I was thinking to myself, does that make Drill Sergeant and Stump Smash as strong as the Giants? How could that be the case? And how is Igniter not infinite on all of these stats is also what I thought to myself as a young child who didn't even have the character yet. With that being said, let's enter this Sky Stones match and win, because how could we not win this Sky Stones match? So here we go, hopefully, and having said what I just said, I didn't just jinx myself, because that, my friends, would be tragic. So here we go with the Arkeyan Ultron. I think it would be really cool if Sky Stones, when they matched for Skylanders element, got a big buff like they did in, of course, Sky Stones Overdrive and the Superchargers. That was a nice touch. Really motivated you to put stones in your deck that were the same element as the Skylander you were playing at the time. Anyway, let's take this fool. He's probably going to take my Jouster, but what matters in the end is that his Dro Spearman is unattainable. Oh, so he's not going to take my Jouster right there. We'll take it! Easy victories, baby, and that Trog Wanderer Stone, I'm getting quite attached to it. I hope that's the stone that we're going to get as a reward for winning the match. Wait a minute! That's exactly what we got. So let's be go on top of this switch right now, even though it makes no sense that Ingenie is activating that switch. You'd assume that that switch needs some sort of weight being enacted upon it, but Ingenie is nothing but mist as she levitates over the sky, so surely she has no weight. I mean, she has mass. Everything has mass. You know, mass is the weight of what's inside you. That remains constant no matter the gravitational field strength. But weight, on the other hand, is your effect on gravity. But if you're levitating above the ground, then there is no effect you're making on gravity. You know, that is how levitation works. Then again, I say that, aeroplanes still have weight despite being in the sky, but that doesn't mean that aeroplanes can push down upon a small little measly button on the ground now, does it? Not whilst they're in the air flying, mind you. You know, it's all this force and physics stuff that Skylanders doesn't care about. But then again, since when has Skylanders ever cared about logic and physics now, right? So let's enter into our bottle form and we bring out some rockets right here. So that's soldier ability. This right here is what it does. It stuns enemies. And that's very useful because then that means that you can bring out your explosion. So we'll just stun these guys and boom! Explosion! They're so stunned that there's nothing they can do about it. They're stunned by my dazzlingness. Like, what do you expect? I have a dancer's hat on. It's glorious. Okay, take out some more fools. Boom, baby. Oh, we love to see it, alright. Boom! Oh, not boom? Boom? Somewhere? I don't know. That guy just needs to be stuck on the edge. The edge of glory. Okay, there goes that guy then, and it's time for the second wave already. Boy, we are making mincemeat out of this arena right now. Yeah, you be giving me that food, baby. You be tossing that straight to me. Oh, yeah, that was delicious, I'm sure. Which, again, you know, food, questionable. She's like a robot genie thing. There is even no way of calculating what the fuck she is, let alone whether she eats food. Man, there's just so many questions I've raised this video. Questions that should never have been asked. Because will we ever get answers to them? No, most probably not. With that being said, let's strike down these fools some more. I'm sure I have some science geeks, however, in the comment section that can tell me how wrong my science is. So yeah, there we go. Magic orbs to the face for these fools right now. But hey, what do you know? This is the perfect level and length. By the time we finish this, it will be about half an hour this here episode, so we will be ending off the episode all the same. Makes only the utmost sense. Hey, stop punching me. It's rude. Okay, you can punch me again now. Yeah, bring it on, you fool. This is your own undoing. There's no one to blame here but you. I mean, you took on someone with 2 fuck-off katanas for Pete's sake. What were you expecting with that? Okay, we definitely didn't get the speedrun objective, but literally everything else has been ticked off, so I am quite satisfied with my achievements. Now loading up Captain Flynn's ship. Preparing to press the best button video game as we get this deep stew out of here. Boom, there we go. Best button video game, unnecessary deep stew has been skipped. And with that being said, this episode, as always, is coming to an end. Now, with that all being said and done, this video is coming to an end, but before that happens, I first want to thank all my Blazing Knights and Scorpion Dragons whose support allow me to continue pumping out quality videos like this one. Without them, this all wouldn't be possible. Therefore, I genuinely appreciate every last one of you from the bottom of my heart. If you enjoyed this video, I have others you can watch by clicking on screen now, and you can even subscribe by pressing the button on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one, but until that moment arises, peace!